There are pros and cons to using the repeater fields from advanced custom fields with Elementor. The pro is pretty obvious. You might have a custom field called subjects, and then when you add that to the post, the user, because it's a repeater field, they don't just add in one subject like maths. They can add in English, biology, law, art. They can add as many items as they want. It's a repeater field. Otherwise, if you weren't using a repeater field, you'd have subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. How do you know how many subjects you're meant to add? And it might mean that you got a lot of empty fields or not enough fields. So the repeater field can massively help you out. But here's the con. Trying to show that on Elementor is quite difficult. Okay, I lie a little bit there. You can do it with other plugins, and most of them are premium. But what if there was a code snippet that you could add, and it would now show that repeater field on your Elementor single template for your post or wherever you put it? I want to say big thanks to Diana Nichols, and I found her site and I've reached out to her and she's very happy for me to share this code. I've also put a link back into her website, so if you want to go and give her appreciation and say thanks to her, please do so. But she has put together a code snippet which works, and I'm going to show you how to do it. And I have 3 different styles. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure we got a repeater field. You do need to have Advanced Custom Fields Pro though to add in a repeater field. There are other plugins as well out there, but what I'm going to show you works with Elementor and ACF Pro, Advanced Custom Fields Pro. We have a field group over here called Test Fields. I know, not very imaginative, and it applies to the post. Let's just go and hit Edit. I have gone and created my repeater field. So here is the field. It's called Subject Studied, and it's called Subject Study, but here's the important bit. Look at the syntax we have there, subjects underscore studied. If you go and create something called subjects failed, then you want to have subjects underscore failed, okay? If you want to have basketball color, you would have basketball underscore color. So make sure you put that in. And then further down here in our settings, this is applying to the post. This can also apply to a custom post type. It doesn't have to be just your standard WordPress post, okay? It can apply any way you want. Just make sure you follow through the settings. The key bit though is that when we get down to the fields that sit within the repeater field, we have subjects. Here it is. It is just a text field called subjects, and the field name, obviously the syntax is subjects as well. Again, make sure you've got that in. Make sure you save changes, and then what we're going to do is go over to an example post. And this post doesn't have any content because that's not what I'm doing this video for, but down here we have subjects. I'm then going to click add row, and I'm now going to add in my first one. We'll go with maths. We've got 3 subjects in there. Let's now hit update. Now, if you were to go over to, say, a single post template page like this, you're going to find that there are no widgets over here for repeater fields. Advanced custom fields, you're not going to find anything. You could even try and adding in a text editor. I just want to show you the problem, obviously. You go over to dynamic tags, you scroll down until you get to ACF field, you pick it, and at this point you're getting excited. You go and hit the spanner wrench, but you're not going to find your field in there. The repeater fields will not show up for you within Elementor. So here's what you do. You go over to your snippets. Make sure you have Code Snippets installed, all right? That is important. We're going to go down and we're going to create a new snippet. Code Snippets is a free plugin. It is my go-to plugin for adding code snippets to your Elementor page. We're going to go and give this a title. Show ACF repeater field inside Elementor. And we are then going to drop in a little bit of code, and the link to get this code or the extended version is in the video description. Once you've done that, save changes and hit activate. That's all you got to do. What you will notice though is the words subject studied and subject studied, because they are the field groups, or the repeater field, name that we're using. And then inside of there, we added in a field called subjects. And this is where the syntax you use, make sure you put the right ones in. You now want to drop in the shortcode widget, which is here. Let's just drop it in over there. All I've got on here at the moment is the post title. You would obviously have more content. And into here is where you now go back to your snippet, and you'll see here it says the word show required. Copy that, go in, and now paste that into square brackets like this, and we have maths, biology, chemistry. That's how easy it was. We now have them on our page. And if I preview it, it's still there. But what if you don't like the style of it and you want to modify it? That's okay. Just go to Advanced tab, go down to Custom CSS. Let's pop in a bit of code over there. So the font size is now 18 and I've made the color FF0050 there. You can even put in line height if you want or letter spacing. There's a lot you can do here. But what if you don't want it with the bullets? Well, let's just go and hit update for a moment. Let's go back over to our snippet. I've actually given you another version of the code as well. So there's the first one with bullets. And then over here, we've also got a version which is with no bullets. So you can pretty much guess what that's going to do. Let's go and paste that, save changes, go back over to our page. Let's refresh it. And you should now see the same thing, but without the bullets. But what if you don't even want them separated on different lines? You want them kind of on the same line, but you want to have commas instead? Hey, don't worry. I've got that version for you as well. So we're going to copy that code, go over to the snippet, replace it with that one, save changes. It's already activated, so we don't need to worry about that too much. We go over here, we hit return, and now you're going to see that with commas at the end. And if you wanted to add in another heading field above that said subjects, you could even go over here and pop in the word subjects like this before as well. Obviously, bear in mind, we've done a color change over here. But there's so much you can now do without resorting to a premium solution to show the repeater field on your template inside Elementor. I'm Imran Web Squadron. I hope you like, subscribe, share, and follow, and shout out and let the world know about this. And big thanks to Diana Nichols for this. Take care. See you soon.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss that.